What's going on, Bruce?
Welcome to Hottest Cards of the Week, weekly series. Every Friday night, we read the hottest modern Pokemon cards of the week. That's right. This week is, once again, second week in a row. I'm very uncomfortable with the sheer amount of hot cards I have to tell you guys about. We're going to cover about 30 individual cards. And because we're covering so many individual cards, I'm going to do all those right off the bat. As soon as we get done here, I'm going to go bang, bang, bang. And I'm going to save that Scarlet and Violet speed run, popular sets, subsets for the end of the video. There's just too many hot cards. I can't deal with it. I really can't. Today's video, by the way, is brought to you by yesterday's video. Yeah, and kind of like Danny Phantom as well. Yes, check that out. Probably one of the best Destined Rivals singular giveaways on the internet right now. Please go ahead and check out that booster box opening. I do real quick before we get started have not one but three Dorky winners from the Invest in Adorable video. The winner of the Teddy Ursa in the fun pack is Sunny Flowers. And then guess what? The Eevee is Tetra Bun. Both of you hit me up on IG to claim your prize. And then the Why Black Bolt and White Flare Broke My Heart video from Wednesday. The ends PP up 7.5k goes to Snack Bread. Hey, what's up, Snack Bread? All right, let's get to it. Alright, here we go. 30 straight super hot cards, and then the Scarlet and Violet and all the subset speed run at the end. And if you like cards in order, I am sorry. Every one of these individual cards we're going to look at is just completely random. And yeah, so there'll probably be tag teams in the front and tag teams in the back. But here we go. So Mega Rayquaza EX from Ancient Origins. What are we on right here? That's a 90-day chart from 280 up to 354. I'm going to show you this 1 year real quick. This is an all-time high from this card, and it's up to $357, and on the 1 month it's from, look at that, $315 all the way up to $357, so it's even up 13% just on to 1 month. Moving along, ADP, Cosmic Eclipse, ADP, right here, look at this. This is now at an all-time high. It's at almost $300. It's $295. That is 20, almost 5% for a $200+ card. That is from 240 all the way up to almost 300 on the 30-day chart. Right there, ADP. Cosmic Eclipse. Bang. Gengar EX. Phantom Forces. Full art. Look right here. This is a 90-day chart. We are from about 270 up to $361.91. Right here, we're from 346 up to 361 on the 30-day, and on the 1 year, it is huge. On the 1 year, we had a low of less than 150, and we are way more than double that. We are at $361. And one more time, that is Phantom Forces, Gengar EX, full art. Moving along. Team Plasma. Speaking of Team Plasma, for all of you that watched my Why Black and White Broke My Heart, that's a 45-minute long video. That is just an information dump on all things Black and White, from the video games to Gen 5 to Plasma End's backstory. Thank you, all of you that watched that. It didn't even get 2,000 views, which kind of sucks, but I'm just saying, put a lot of work into that. But anyway, Lugia EX Team Plasma. Team Plasma is from, and this is a 1 year, $100 even up to almost $400. So, 4x on the 1 year, and we are talking from about 240 up to almost, again, $400. That is a lot on the 30-day chart. That is a lot. To go from 240 up to 390. How many sales do we even have here? The fact that we have 4 sales is actually a lot for a card like this. There's a lot of cards like Darkrai and a few other older full arts that I'm not even showing you because they shot up several $100s off literally one sale. At least this Plasma Storm full art has a few sales this month, so I feel way more comfortable letting you guys know that this went from 240 up to almost $400. Alright, right here, Black Kyurem EX. Speaking of more very, very low volume Black and White full arts, this is Boundaries Crossed, and this is what I'm talking about. So here's 195 up to 220 on the 1 year. It's about 130 up to 270. You go to right here, it literally had 2 sales. It can't go up any higher. Had 2 sales in May for $200 and $500, and then it was February for $180 was the last time this card sold on TCG Player. So I try not to feed you guys low volume cards because I don't want certain people and certain transactions to get completely screwed over. Because yeah, card. Anyway, I'm just gonna move on. Gengar and Mimikyu GX. This is the regular team up number 53 right here, just a regular GX. This on the 90 day is from 115 all the way up to 160. On the 30 day it is 130 up to 160, and on the 1 year is the crazy part. It is from 60 all the way up to 160. Again, that is regular GX. Story of the month this month is regular GXs are absolutely up and up. Alright, Birthday Pikachu. This thing keeps climbing up inch by inch, week by week. Basically, I've been talking about it for like 3 or 4 straight weeks now, it feels like. But it is at an all-time high at $17. Birthday Pikachu Celebrations reprint, all-time high from $5 to $17 on the 1 year chart. There you go. Mega Charizard EX from Flashfire. And there is like 7 Charizards in Flashfire. This is card number 69 of 106. This is a regular EX. On the 90 day from 140 up to 205. On the 1 year from 95 up to 205. Moving along. Reshiram Legendary Treasures Radiant Collection. The best full art Reshiram. At least, you know, before this alt art that's coming out soon. Oh my god. That alt art, the white flare Reshiram looked incredible. Alright, so on the 90 day, it's from 70 up to a high of 110, which is where we're at right now. On the 30 day, this Reshiram is from 88 all the way up to 110. Moving along, Mewtwo V from a Pogo. This actually went up and went down, now it's going back up. So let me show you here. $20 in December, hit a high of 55, and then regressed down to 33, and now it's back up to 46. And on the 1 month, that is from 40 up to 46. Right there, moving along. Bang. The probably the best Radiant Collection card, in my opinion. One of the best just full art Pokemon cards of all time, in a lot of people's opinion. Flareon EX. So, I'm going to show you, let me zoom out a little so you can see the whole picture here. We had the $50, and then the blast off up to 112, then we went down to 80, and now we are treading back up to that high from 80, and we're sitting at about $95. And on the 1 month, it is from 83 up to 94. A lot of popular cards on today's list, all these singular ones. Very recognizable popular cards. Reshiram and Zekrom GX from Cosmic Eclipse. Once again, this is card number 157. This is the regular GX with N right there. Every time I see N, I'm going to remind you guys that I did a black and white N's backstory lore video on Wednesday. Please go check that out. But guess what? Here's the 6-month chart. It was a $20. This was a very beautiful $20 card for several years. It's just crazy to think about. Now, with how popular these 3 are right now, to think this was a $20 card, and I'm only on the 6 month, I'm not even on the 1 year. Look at this. Here's the 1 year chart. 15, 16, 15, 16, goes all the way up to a high of 77, goes down to 64, now we're climbing back up, and it's almost at its all-time high at $74.27. Moving along. Hey, here's another super popular card right there. Actually, the Flareon's right there, too. The Flareon's there, and the Mew's right there. But the Mew, Legendary Treasures, another Radiant Collection card from Legendary Treasures. Let's look at the 1 year. I'm going to go all the way to the 1 year. So it was a $40 card, then popped up to being a $70 card, then it popped up to being an $85 card, then it went down to a $75 card, now it's at an all-time high, and it's a $111 card. Alright, moving along. Another regular GX, Mewtwo and Mew, Unified Minds. Number 71, 90-day chart, $46 up to 71 at Buccarinos. Oh, sorry, it's Dollarinos. Where are we at right here? Low of 20, high of 72. There you go. Bang, bang, Jirachi. This is a promo. It's just, I'm not going to talk about it in the promo section because I didn't want to pull up this very specific promo tab that this is in for some reason. This is Jirachi. Here we go, and look right here. This is from 65 on the 90 day up to 92. Let me show you the 1 month for this beautiful. I got this graded in a PSA 9. Sold it a year too soon. Definitely a year too soon. 75 up to 93, and that is on the 1 month, so it's up $20 just this month alone. On the 1 year, okay, yeah, about $30 to $40 card. Now it is on its way up to 100. This card took a long time to pop off, but that is XY67A. So Jirachi XY67 promo. If you're searching for it, just Jirachi XY67 promo. Okay, Umbreon and Darkrai GX from Unified Minds. I guess the story of the week is regular GXs, because here's another one. By the way, did y'all know there's a tower and a moon on this card too? It's another Umbreon card with a moon on it. There's a few of them, but a lot of people, I don't think they noticed the moon on this one right there, and even the tower right there. Hey, hey. And guess what? It is at $80, an all-time high. I'll show you the 1 year chart. Okay, so you could have this card for 15 bucks, and now you can't. You can have it for $80, apparently. This Sun and Moon bubble, I don't know if it actually feels like a bubble. This feels like a valid bubble. It almost feels like the Sun and Moon era is the true era, and cards that were truly undervalued for way too long. Because the availability, and especially these black and white full arts, these things, once they go up, they stay up. People do not own these cards. Like, and if they do, they're, you know, heavy play, light play, terrible play. So this Umbreon EX right here, this is Fates Collide. It's an XY full art, not a black and white full art. But cards like this are just popping off. Older, mid-modern full arts are having a good year, straight up. So this one is from 40, and now it's basically $100 even. And again, that is the Fates Collide Umbreon full art. And on the 1 month, it is from only up 10 bucks on the 1 month. But on the year, it's up humongous. Black and white base, Zekrom, right here. We've been talking about this a lot lately. It's up to 112 bucks. Again, that is black and white base, Zekrom full art. I'll be honest with you, the black and white base, Reshiram and Zekrom, I think are fairly ugly. They're very flat. They don't have the best, like this one and this one. When you see them in person, that's why I say I like the Celebrations reprints of these cards more, with the Celebration stamp on them. Like this Reshiram from Legendary Treasures is incredible. This one is very flat and boring in my opinion. But hey, it's worth $118 now. So 40 bucks, that is a 90-day chart, by the way. On the 90-day, not 1 year. This is from 40 all the way up to $118, almost $120. Moving along. Talked about this last week. Togepi, Clefairy, Igglybuff. This is the regular GX from Cosmic Eclipse. And this is right now at $30 even. I'll show you right there. So this was a $5 cute card. When I say invest in cute or invest in adorable, I'm talking about cards like this going from 5 bucks up to 30 bucks. Hell yeah. Granted, this is going up because it's a GX, and all the GXs are going up. But yeah, it's still very adorable. Primal Groudon EX from Ancient Origins. This is a beastly, very textured, beautiful card. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Look at them knees. Wow. This is, I'm going to show you the 1 year. It's from 90 double to 185. So $90, bang. And on the 1 month, it is from 155 up to 185. So it's gone up quite a lot recently as well. Alright, just a few more cards, and then I get to do the Scarlet and Violet speedrun and all the other crap. Promo speedrun. Gardevoir and Sylveon GX, another regular GX from Unbroken Bonds, is from 48 up to 55, so actually that's not too crazy. But on the 1 year, 20 bucks up to almost 60 bucks. It's a little crazier. Blastoise, Piplup, Alt Art, Cosmic Eclipse at an all new high. Look at that. $250 even. 0 zeros, literally all zeros. That is incredible. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that is a new all-time high for Blastoise and the Piplup from the Cosmic. Mega Mewtwo EX from Breakthrough. That is an XY set. Right here we have $20 card. Now it's a $104 card. Hi. They say you can't invest in raw Pokemon cards, but if you go back 10 years and just gobble up all the XY Just put all that stuff in a safe for 10 years. My God. The crazy thing is you wouldn't even have to go back 10 years. You'd have to go back 10 weeks. And you'd still see the same amount of gains almost as somebody who's been holding for 10 years. That's how recent this mid-modern bubble is. These XY cards, these Sun and Moon cards, they are just, in the last 3 months, just gone so ham. Charizard and Brixen GX, and this is a promo. I accidentally grabbed a promo. I'm supposed to cover this later when I cover promos, but whatever. There you go, 30 bucks up to $100. I guess we'll see this card again later, if I remember. Mewtwo EX from XY, a breakthrough. And this, by the way, is card number 163 out of 162. That means it's a secret rare. Yes, it is. And guess what? It is at an all-time high from 40 bucks up to $100.42 on the 1 year. Right there. Beautiful. Hey, hooray. Mewtwo saying hooray. Magikarp and Wailord just hit an even $401. Show you guys that real quick. From 250 up to 400 for Magi and Wailord from Team Up. DPM and Alex Ketchum's favorite set. They just love they love just making all their money. I mean, DPM's freaking loaded. He don't care. I just can't believe how much money those two just spend on ripping open freaking Team Up. Mega Sableye and T-Tar, Unified Minds, another irregular GX. Number 126, by the way. That is from $20 on the 90-day up to $40 on the 90-day. And on the 30-day is from $31 up to $40. Slowpoke and Psyduck GX regular. I am way too tired to do a Psyduck right now. I am sorry. Guess what time it is, guys? I'm gonna be real with you. It is Friday night. It is 11:09 p.m. I am probably uploading this video at 4 a.m. Yeah. Anyway. Oh god. Shining Mew. This is our last one. Then we're doing the speed run. Then we're out of here. Oh god, I'm tired. Shining Mew. Shining Legends. All-time high. Check this out. This is from $57. That's a night here. Let me just show you the 1 year. On the 1 year, it is a low of $36, and it is a high of $72. On the 1 month, our Shining Mew is from $68 up to $71, so it's only at 5%. Alright, time for the Scarlet and Violet and other popular stuff speedrun. Alright, SV speedrun and popular set speedrun time. And as of right now, it is 11:28 p.m., so I'm going to react from the rest of the video completely live. We'll do it live. It's fine. You guys already know I can do it. All right, here we go. So first of all, the greatest sword and shield set out in the Evolving Skies. Zenith. $160 seems to be where Giratina is fine. Giratina. Giratina is resting at $160. Let's see if it. Let's see. You know, or do we all think it's gonna stay above 150? I think so. But it looks like right now it's sticking around 160. Mewtwo, we talked about last week, has recovered and is back over 100 for now. Arceus, these other three, they always stay there. But the Leafeon, the Suicune, and the Glaceon, these are our $35 to $50 cards. And that's right where they are, right where they usually are. Darkrai still holding over 30. Deoxys barely holding over 30. The Legendary, everything right here is pretty standard. Other than, again, the Hisui and Zoroark being a $20-something card now is relatively new, at least for this year for Crown Zenith. Hisui and Zoroark is the new little superstar here as far as the $20 range goes. And then, yeah, for a couple months now, Simisear V-Star has been up in this $15, $16 range. Everything else here looks very typical. Other than Leafeon, Leafeon at 45 is solid. Glaceon at 35 is not solid. Glaceon should be closer to 40, so sucks for Glaceon, good news for Leafeon. Alright, moving on. See, that's what you get when I react live. I get all this weird stuff rather than pre-planned whatever. Okay, so first of all, we got Drowsy here is all the way down to $27. It's probably lowest has been since like February. Yeah. Miriam got shot all the way up, and now she all the way back down, just like I said she would. She got shot up to like 40 or 50. She's right back down to where she always is. Even Kirlia's down to 20. So base set, let's see here, base set is Base set's never doing that great. Yeah, it looks like it's how it's typically doing. Alright, let's move on to Paldea. Paldea Evolved, Magi's at 192, still under 200. Iono cracked under 60. Iono's low is about $54 to be very exact, so Iono's within $3 of her all-time low. Raichu, solid, 46. Mousehold, 32, solid. Everything else, let's see, Sprigatito looking good at 22 bucks. Yeah, Sprigatito is even over Fuecoco. Yeah, all this looks pretty typical. A lot of solid value, even all the way down here. Incredible set, great set, just very set. Nobody hates Paldea Vault. Have you ever heard anyone say I hate Paldea Vault? Probably not. Alright, Obsidian Lanes. Let's see. We got my Gloom all the way down to under $8. That's just sadness. Cleffa at 15. Oh god, it's so boring. Why is this booster box so valuable? Because it has Charizard on it. Alright, 151. Zardy Boy under 200 at 196. Blastoise back under 70. The Charizard Full Art continues to drop. The Charizard Full Art is now down to $26. Pikachu and Charizard right here at 25 and 26 feel like pretty solid buys. You got Dragonair back down at 21. Dragonair sitting around Psyduck. Psyduck sitting up with Dragonair. That's interesting. Like the most beautiful Dragonair, the most beautiful Poliwhirl, both beautiful water illustration cards, and then you have this Psyduck right in the middle. Yeah. Nothing else. Yep, pretty stagnant. That's why I'm reacting live, because I already knew there wasn't, you know, nothing really up doing crazy in the SVR right now. Groudon 75. Keep going down here. We got Plusle and Minun at 20 each still. That's good. More Pekos still at 18. Mantike at 1350. Looks like it's doing okay. Yep, nothing else. Alright, moving along. Fates of Paldea. Bulbamew under 300. Charizard. Let's look at Charizard real quick. I want to see how far Charizard is falling, because Charizard is currently falling. 217 all the way down to 170. 169. Big drop from last week. From 180 all the way down under 170. Alright, let's move along. Temporal. Raging Bull at 80 bucks. That's pretty darn low for Raging Bull over the last 9 months. Huh. 36 for Ghastly, solid. Sawsbuck just barely. It's been a long time since Sawsbuck has been under $20. This card's done very well for a very long time. Other than that, Metagross is looking solid. Deerling and Sawsbuck, they're almost lined up. Looks pretty typical. Iron Leaves is under $30. Get Iron Leaves now if you want Iron Leaves. Even Walking Wake is under $50. Under 50 for Walking Wake is solid. Under 30 for Iron Leaves is solid. Those are both solid buys. I would be very comfortable buying those two cards right now. Alright, Greninja's at 289. Perrin, who had a high of like 110, is down to 94. Carmine at 80. Eevee's sitting right around 60 per usual. Buddy Buddy Poffin is all the way down to $20. This card was worth a lot of money at one point. Just all the reprints. Suey and Growlithe looking good at 15. Fernape at 11.62. Our full arts, our Dragapult is almost still $10 right there. Shrouded Fable, not Shredded Fumble. Someone in the comment section last week requested that I say the actual set name and not my nickname for it, because not everyone actually knows every set name. I am sorry. Alright, so let's see here. Persian 40. Monkey Dory is doing pretty darn good. Let's see if anything else is real quick. Basic Darkness Energy, it looks like it's now at an all-time high right here at 37.80. This goes up like 50 cents every week lately, so Basic Darkness Energy is at an all-time high, I can tell you that. Monkey Dory is sitting right at its all-time high, I believe, or it is at an all-time high, pardon me. So there you go, there's Monkey Dory, had higher lows, is rubber banding, and shooting upwards, interesting. And Duskull, right there at 28, it's been up there. Duskull's been way over 30. Stellar Crown, 60, 45, 44. Yep, everything looks pretty boring. Tropicos is 40 bucks now. Okay, the most hardest hit set, like literally over the last 6 months. It's not even fair. Surging Sparks came out at the worst time. Surging Sparks like debuted at the top of Mount Everest. So as things have, you know, dwindled down, and with reprint news, Surging Sparks is taking the brunt of it. It's like even our Hydreigon EX SIR is only $50 now. The gold Pikachu that at one point in life was over $200 isn't even $60 now. Latias, the best deal ever, $165. Pika Pika, $289. This is just one hell of a deal. Now is a fantastic time to master set Surging Sparks. Alright, Prismatic. Umbreon's all the way down to $11.50. Very interesting. We have Cerulege down to $160. We have Roaring Moon under $200 again. Was it Jolteon the one that was the only one left doing good? Oh, there it goes. The final domino has fallen. So Jolteon, which was hanging on for dear life, has now also crashed. They all had a delay crash. Yep. Shoo. There you go. I'll scroll down just a little here. I really like the full art comic book strip looking Lacey Crispins down here. Moving along. Alright, JT. Let's take a look at JT. All the way down to $150 for Lily's Clefairy. Salamence, what did I buy mine at? $110, and now it's under $90. Good job. Enzorark seems like it's held its value very well. The fact that Enzorark is still at $80. So, 55. Volcanion went all the way down. Volcanion hit a high of 45. Now it's only 34. You can get the golds for under 25 each. This was 35. That was 40 at one point. 20 for Articuno. 15.50 for Wailord. That's solid. Both ends Reshiram's, these two cards, the box topper and the regular, now have not moved very much at all over the last month. They dropped to where they are now. Like the stamped box topper promo came out at literally $90 freaking dollars. Crashed super hard to 20, dwindled its way down to where it is now. And both of them have been sitting here at around $12 for several weeks now. What do we got left? This set, oh my god, look at this beautiful set. What did I pull? I pulled this, I pulled that, I pulled $200 worth of pulls. Are you kidding me? Alright, so first of all, I can tell you right now that Rocket's Mewtwo is up a little bit. Check this out. Rocket's Mewtwo hit a low of 318 and is up to 380. So it's up $70 off its low since Friday. So FYI, I don't think there's anything else that's actually up other than Rocket's Mewtwo. Trying to think here. Maybe one of these IR. Let's look at Misty, because Misty's Psyduck is 50 freaking bucks. I want to know where. Okay, yeah. So it came out at 44 and it's up 10 bucks to 54. That is really expensive. This is like Groudon level prices, and Groudon, so, from a much bigger IR gallery than Destined Rivals. So yeah, expect Typhlosion, Misty Psyduck. They might not. They might, but I don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of good stuff in this set, though. This set's freaking fun. I had a blast opening that booster box. Then again, you always have a blast when you pull all that shit that I did. Are you kidding me? And it kept getting better and better and better as I was opening it. And it ended on a hyper rare, and I called it. Hi. Alright, Trader Galleries. Let's take a look here. Starmie at 86. This looks all very typical on top. Let's see, I think it's very impressive that Blaziken VMAX is holding $26. Basically, it's high. Sylveon VMAX is holding $47. Super solid. I think these three, Umbreon V, Pikachu V, Sylveon VMAX, all these up here are holding very well. Not so much the Mimikyu, these two also, but yeah, the Mimikyu VMAX down to 30, it could be doing better, especially with how great it is. Okay, go down here. We're going to look at 2 pages worth of trainer galleries because there's so many of them, and a lot of the lower ones have been moving lately. So Vaporeon at 10 bucks. It's very good for this Vaporeon. That might actually be up this week. Let's take a look at Vaporeon. Let's see here. So yeah, it's from $8.50 and it's up to, so it's up $2 from Yeah, on the month anyway. So that's good for Vaporeon. Be back double digits. Go down here, because on page 2 there was a lot last week. So let's see. It was like Duraludon VMAX at $9. That's basically like a high for it. Articuno here at almost $10. Nessa at $10. Shadow Rider Calyrex at almost $10. Eternatus at $9. That's all very good. The fact that all these are above Flareon, and then even Snorlax is like way down at $6. Snorlax isn't even on page 2. Someone explain to me why Snorlax is still a $6 trainer gallery. Because you got some weird stuff in here. Like Snorlax, look at this. Snorlax is way over here on page 3 with Eevee. What is that about? I thought Snorlax and Eevee were popular. I know they're yellow borders, but there's lots of yellow borders on page 1 and 2. Like, huh? We just don't care about Snorlax or Eevee when they're trainer galleries. Okay, I'm just pointing that out. Moving along, VMAX Alt Arts. $200 off its high is Moonbreon. $100 off its high is Rayquaza. 200? What was Gengar's high? I forget what Gengar's high was. Oh, 750. Okay, yeah, okay. So 170, 100, whatever that is. It's too late. I can't do the math. Nothing is up. Nothing is up. Nothing is up. Nothing is up. Okay, let's go to the V's. I want to take a look at the $200 line because there's a lot of cards a couple months ago that went over 200 and now they're back under 200. So first of all, right off the bat, the fact that Dragonite V is now floating above Umbreon V. Dragonite V from Evolving Skies has had a very good last couple of months and is holding very well when other higher end Vs are kind of fluctuating, such as Umbreon V. Dragonite V is doing fantastic. Lugia V also doing great, even though its high is 295. Rayquaza V is doing great, but from this point forward, so Charizard V, it hit a high at 220. T-Tar hit like 215. Even Moltres hit like 213. These are, they're back down. Like these guys are back down a little. Down here, Leafeon up to 105. All right, I'm gonna move on to promos. All right, so Pokemon Center promos. Pikachu all the way down to 86. Charmander down to 100. That's interesting. Koraidon sitting pretty at 70. Here we go. Team Rocket's Buffet is at $45. That's a beautiful Pokemon Center. I'm so glad they actually put it in the right category too, so I don't have to go find it. Team Rocket's Wobbuffet, $45. And then also I wanted to show you guys that right now the Pokemon Center, you can get this card for free right now if you go to Pokemon Center. That's this Team Rocket's Tyranitar. They are doing this brilliant thing where all their crap that is not selling in their warehouse, if you buy any of it, they will give you this promo literally for free. You just have to buy any of their stuff that's not selling, and that is currently a current deal right now on Pokemon Center. But anyway, it's worth $17.34. So if you buy a playmat that's $20, you get the playmat and then you get this. It's like, think of it as a free promo or a free playmat. Anyway, I was pointing that out there. This is available on Pokemon Center right now. Okay, so SV promos. Let's take a look here. The Super Premium Collection Eevee is down to $20. And how much is the Super Premium Collection right now? I don't know. It's probably somewhere between $200 and $300. So the Eevee promo at $20 sounds like a pretty solid deal. Just being honest, especially when you have cards like Kingdra here at $25. And then you got the super duper Eevee at only $20. Very interesting. Let's see, 26. Mew is down under 30, $3. This is the cheapest I've seen Mew in a while. The Mimikyu Pokemon Center exclusive, the Palaeon Fates for only $30. That's interesting. Sword and Shield, let's look at the Zardy boys. 20, 30, 20. Sure, fine. The very popular Evolutions. You always got Vaporeon on top. Looks like the Arceus V204 is up like $1. This card's almost $15 now. Almost $14. Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno is now at a new all-time high. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That is $64. It's up 250% for the Stained Glass Birds trio right there. As crazy as a lot of... Okay, so Mewtwo and Mew GX, that's also an all-time high, but I've talked about this card for a month and a half straight, so I'm not even going to click on it. if you didn't know that Mewtwo and Mew GX was doing well, this is the first time you have ever watched Hottest Cards of the Week. Basically all these cards, every card on this screen, like all these tag team promos, I have just talked about so much over the last month and a half because they just won't stop going up. Let's look at this one too. This is our Check Lane Team Up Blister. This has been doing really, the Pikachu's at 40, the other one. First of all, let's put this on near mint because I have a feeling this is at an all-time high as well right now. 15 up to 17, yep. So this one is also now at an all-time high. And that is a Team Up Check Lane Blister promo. Alright, let's go over here to the XY Full Art promos. Talked about these boys a lot. The Pikachu, the 1-2-3, 1-2-1, 1-2-2, 1-2-4. All these are basically at all-time highs. Let's double check on Pikachu real quick. Oh boy, look at the 1 year on this one. Shwoo! So Pika, as you see there we go. Setting a little extra on Pika's all-time high. That box, by the way, has sold recently for like over $1,000. The box itself is worth more than the Charizard box lately. The Blastoise, the Venusaur, the Charizard are all worth the same, but lately this Pikachu collection box has been selling for more than the other three. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap it up here, if for any other reason, because we just covered a whole lot of cards and I am exhausted. I love the audience retention, so if you're here, tell me your favorite, tell me one of your favorite cartoons when you were a kid. What was one of your favorite guilty pleasure cartoons? You put that in the comment section and I will know that you are a real one. And don't forget to enter into my Destined Rivals Danny Phantom giveaway, because that shit is just way too good not to. And I will see you guys next week. Deuces!